Hey. What you got there? Is that a poopy?
It looks like a poop bag, doesn't it?
It looks like a poopy. Hey, Stowe.
Hey. What is good? So we are here at Sepulveda Dam. My name's Mike Osterman. This is Mode Skateboards. They're guys that sponsor me. Also my name here. I was asked to do a little setup video, talk about what I ride, the shape I ride, and the other stuff that goes along with this beautiful deck here. So I'm gonna break it down, set a new one up, and then do some skateboarding for you guys. So I guess we'll just jump into it. Yeah. Meantime, might be seeing some guys skating behind me. That is Brett Novak and my friend Stowe Strauss, two amazing skateboarders and one amazing filmmaker who are doing some skateboarding of their own right now. I'm gonna try to stay out of their way. I might be doing a video of my own with them soon. If so, I will have the link to that in the description and probably a card attached to this as well to lead you guys to the video that I make and that Stowe makes with the Brett man. To kick it all off, this right here is a deck from Mode Skateboards. It's a little different, a little bit weirder than your usual skateboard deck. You'll notice it's a single kick, so that means there's a flat nose to it. Has a kick tail. It's also a very flat board. We call these freestyle shapes, or specifically a single kick freestyle shape. It's designed for a certain kind of trick and a certain style of skating. I myself do freestyle skateboarding. Mostly flat ground. It is based kind of on dancing and sort of doing tricks that manipulate the board and make the board the obstacle. A lot of you guys at home are subscribers and you've seen my videos before. You'll know kind of how I skate and you'll know that this kind of board makes a lot of tricks much easier, makes a lot of things possible because it's built a certain way specifically for freestyle. Love this board. I helped design it with the help of the guys at Mode Skateboards, Terry and Jenna Sinnott. They were so nice and cool enough to give me freedom in designing the board and then also give me this amazing graphic here. It's based on one of my tattoos on my leg. It's also kind of like a mystical kind of fortune teller-esque board. This board is 28.5 inches long by 7.6 inches wide. I like smaller boards. This is kind of on the bigger end for freestyle shapes, but it's perfect for me. I generally like smaller decks, and since it's flat, it actually feels wider than your standard 7.6 wide street board. You can see, like I said, it has a single kick. It also has a more squared off tail to make certain tricks like impossibles and pogo tricks easier. We got drones flying overhead, dude. Love it. You also have a round nose, kind of blunted but tapered. The shape just helps me to do a lot of tricks, a lot of like rail flip tricks and tricks where I'm hopping on the board or balancing and like Caspers and stuff. I also have skid plates, so I like to rock skid plates. Mode Skateboards also makes these. But one of the tail is actually a gift to me from my friend Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo Schultz is a German freestyler. He makes these over in Europe, and if you're a freestyler in Europe and you're looking for skid plates, definitely go to Yo-Yo. You can get Mode ones as well, but I know a lot of guys, it's harder to get American freestyle products overseas. These are probably the next best product you can get over there. Big fan of Yo-Yo as a person and as a businessman. He makes great stuff. So that's the deck. When I'm setting up the board, I generally like to start by stickering over my nose. All of this model of Mode boards have my name on the nose. I hate skating boards when they have my name on them. If I can see the name, I don't like it. So the first thing I do, take it off. I'll take the skid plate off here. I'll just put stickers over it. I feel like showing off the fact that I have my name on a board isn't my job. My job is to skateboard and to show off how cool the product is. Last thing I want to do is to be riding something that's got my name on it. So here I have some stickers from Jerk's Skate Shop. This is the shop I ride for, the guys that I've ridden for pretty much since I was 16. Plainfield, Illinois. If you're ever in that area, if you ever need skate product, I would definitely suggest checking them out. And these are the Jerk's Army stickers, the Kiss Army style stickers that Jerk's made. So shout out to Jerk's Skate Shop. As for like the grip tape job, I'm pretty simple. I know like a lot of guys like to really make their grip tape nice and flashy. I myself like a nice clean grip job. Nice clean sheet of grip. Here I've got Jessup. I've just always ridden Jessup grip tape. We always had in the shop when I was growing up. I don't know, it just works for me. I don't like really grippy grip. Sounds weird, but I don't like the really rough like mob grip tape because it tends to cut my fingers up. You guys know, if you see my videos, a lot of my tricks are done with my hands, and if I'm sitting there flipping the board with my hands all day and I have super rough grip tape, it tends to tear my fingers up and I'll lose my fingerprints within like a session or two. So I usually stick to the Jessup since it's pretty soft, but it still does the job. In freestyle, like among like people who are starting off, sometimes I'll suggest getting a hole cut out in the center of the grip tape. You can do that by just kind of tracing a hole when the grip is on the backing and then just cutting it out in the center. What that does is it provides you with a little platform to rotate your foot around when you're doing walk the dogs. I don't like having no grip at all because I think that it really hinders other tricks, especially flip tricks and stuff like that where I need grip in the center of the board. I hate the feeling of not having it. But if you're just learning and you're starting to do walk the dogs and you find that it's really hard without your ability to slide your foot, it might be a good idea to wear out the grip tape a little bit. I was smart enough to bring a knife, which isn't very sharp, but should do the trick. Doesn't need to be pretty, just needs to be skatable today. Just need to be able to get out there and join those guys. Someone once told me, actually it was Thomas, the owner of Jarek's Skate Shop, the faster you do it, the better the grip is. If you just gun it and just go whoop, 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 you'll have the best grip job of your life. You sit there and go inch by inch, it's gonna be jagged, it's gonna be awkward, it's probably gonna look like this. This is a bad one, but it'll do. And I'll rub down the center just ever so much. Just take some of the grit away. I don't want to take it all away, I just want to make it a little bit softer so my foot can pivot on the ball of my foot. So, I am not promoting any of these companies. I don't ride for any truck company. I don't prefer really any trucks in particular. But what fits my board right now and what I find works the best right now for my shape are the Indy 109T hangers. Independent trucks. They're sort of a throwback to the, I think like mid-80s truck, but they are, I think, the stage 10s. So they're a modern geometry, modern metal, made with a T-hanger design. They're, I think, 7 inches wide. However, with Freestyle wheels, they fit my board perfectly. All of these products, I'm gonna have descriptions and links in the description for them. So if you're interested in any of these products, any of the boards, the wheels, the decks, the skid plates, they'll be in the description. Indies come on all of my Pro Model completes. So if you ever want to pick up my board, you want the exact setup that I have, besides I think the bearings that I ride, everything is on that complete the way that I have it on this board. So I also ride, you'll see hardware here, I ride for Regal Hardware. They're a hardware company out of Chicago, and they have a gold hardware in every pack, so 1 gold hardware. I always put the gold one in the upper left hardware hole. I always see Nigel Alexander doing like setup videos with pros. It's like, man, they gotta talk a lot. That's when you know you're a pro skateboarder, and you can talk on camera. I still suck at it. I'm no pro, that's for sure. Oh. Would you rather get headbutted or headbutt someone else? You should let me know in the comments. I think I'd rather headbutt someone else. I feel like when you headbutt someone, chances are you're gonna hit them in the nose, and I would hate to get hit in the nose and break my nose. I think that'd be the worst feeling ever. What do you guys think? And keep my wheels on a string when I take them places, because it's nice to have an extra shoelace, and then also have my wheels all together in one spot. So I ride the Mode Freestyle wheels. They're 99A durometer. The durometer just means how hard the wheel is. These are on par with like an average street wheel. They're the highest quality wheels I've ever skated, and they put a lot of care into making a good formula that's consistent no matter what color you ride, and they're also really high abrasion. We don't get flat spots with them. I've at least never gotten them. The shape is perfect for freestyle. I've talked about it before, but freestyle wheels are offset. So instead of the bearings sitting in the center of the wheel, like an average center set street wheel, the bearings sit slightly to one side. What that does is it provides you with a bunch of urethane on one face of the wheel, which will cover up the axle. With all that extra urethane covering up the axle, you end up with a setup that will be stable on the rail. You'll have a bigger platform to balance on when you're standing on the rail, and also the wheels will protect the axle and the axle nut. So you won't end up with a really worn out axle or a mushroomed axle that will end up making it difficult to take off the axle nut. I do a lot of coconut wheelies as well, and for that trick, having an offset wheel is a must. Mode makes them in blue and white, and they also make a yellow set that are 97A, I think, or 95A. You can check the website. Inside the bearings, at all times, I ride Synopsis bearings. They are accompanied by a guy named Daryl Grogan, another pro freestyler. I tend to only really support freestyle brands if I can. And these are the ceramics. They're the new ceramics from Synopsis. What blows me away about Synopsis is they give you so freaking much when you order a set of bearings. I got this pack. They're the ABEC 9 ceramic high precision formula. And if you can see in that box, I'm losing bearings. You can see in this box, they come with bearing oil, speed spacers, an extra set of axle nuts. Are you fucking kidding me? Axle nuts, and the bearings, and speed rings. You get a ton of extra stuff when you get Synopsis, which is why I love them. And they're really high quality. These last longer than Reds for me. I was riding Reds before I rode these. See when I set it on the board, it's so flush and it's covered up and it sticks out enough that the board ends up being flush or just about flush with the truck and wheel combo. Let me know what you guys are riding. You guys at home, it's a freestyle setup or a street setup or a park setup, slalom, longboard setup, I really don't care. Let me know what you guys are riding. I'm always looking for new products and stuff that seems cool. Tool companies or decks or wheels or bearings, stuff out there that seems neat. You guys are stoked on. Always like to hear about the cool new junk that's out in the world. And there we have it. It's my board, all set up, ready to go. It never kind of feels quite right until the first session. I tend to do a lot of tweaking with my board, so I like to have a certain number of spacers behind each wheel. Generally, I ride 2 spacers behind each wheel. That is these little tiny ring spacers. I'll have a close-up soon to explain what I'm talking about. These little ring spacers allow the wheels to sit just far enough out with the offsetness they have to stand flush with the side of the deck. So those spacers are an important part of my setup. It wouldn't quite feel right on the side of the board if I didn't have them. I like to kind of set up the board and then roll around for a minute, get a good feel for how it rolls and how it stands in rail, and then I'll know the board is good to go. So I can't thank my sponsors enough. Mode Skateboards for sending me decks, wheels, and skid plates. Synopsis Bearings for always keeping me rolling, even when I'm skating through sand and rain. Regal Hardware for the awesome gold hardware. Jarek Skate Shop for always supporting me over the years. And S for the shoes. These guys keep me all laced up. These are nice and muddy from the walk over here. So, you guys want a skateboard? I kind of want a skateboard. Yeah, let's skateboard. So sketchy. I'm done. So yeah, keep learning, keep exploring, keep dancing. We'll see you probably Tuesday. I think this is a Sunday video, so I think I'll see you Tuesday for another trick or for another fun video of some sort. Thanks again. See you then.